Welcome back, everybody. We are about to head into our grand finals. Nemi really needed to get a cigarette in, so we replaced Nemi with Max. Say hello, Max.
Hey, everyone.
So, you were also playing today.
Yeah, I was playing today and I finished 9th, so...
Right. I mean,
I'm the
sick.
unlucky one.
That's still super sick. So congrats on 9th place out of 44 players.
Yeah,
just missed the very sad, just missed top 8, but
yeah,
we'll take it. Let us have a little look how our players are doing. So we are going to... I could change the names on the layout, because it's not a Mikuláš anymore, but it's still John versus a Blue-Black Reanimator, which is hilarious. Well, let me actually do that real quick.
But I imagine the decks, the John decks are quite different, aren't they?
I do believe so too. So we have the deck lists here. This is Felix, right?
Yeah, it
So
is.
Felix Reichmann? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the list.
And fun fact, actually, both decks that are in the finals today are by Felix.
As in,
So,
but when you say by Felix, did he build both of them?
Yeah, he built both of them, and Lewin borrowed the Reanimator deck from him.
That's very funny. That's very funny because Lewin did talk about the Reanimator deck as like his deck choices, his card choices.
Yeah. I mean, he does also
Probably tweak it.
think about some of the card choices and tinker a few things. So it's not. I imagine it's not purely Felix.
Yeah.
I remember that, for example, if you noticed that Lewin, he plays these off-color surveillance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So
we talked about that.
Yeah, that was something that I remember also talking to him about if it makes sense, and apparently it works well. So yeah,
I do think the surveillance in Reanimator is super interesting, especially with. I mean, he isn't on green, but with Weldy Tutor.
Yeah.
I think fetch, surveillance, trigger the stack. Weldy Tutor is super funny.
And that happened to me today.
Oh.
I was luckily far like advanced in my board state.
Yeah.
So that I still won the game. But my opponent, even though I thought, okay, this game is totally mine, I knew he had Worldly Tutor.
Yeah.
He top decked Reanimate.
Oh no.
And fetched for the surveillance.
Yeah.
And,
So he got the.
He just didn't have the right creature in his deck.
That was versus Yannick?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was. And he doesn't, Yannick, for example, he doesn't play the green dinosaur that fights.
Vaultborn Tyrant? No,
it's
Altisaur.
yeah, the
something?
Altisaur, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the name, but the Altisaur that starts to fight a creature, and whenever it deals damage, it
continues to
fights
fight
again.
Exactly.
So basically, it wipes the board.
Yeah.
And he didn't have that in his deck.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he probably would have won. And
because he would have like your board presence would have disappeared.
Yeah.
And we would be back at square one. Yeah.
Exactly. And this is the power of the surveillance. Just purely because of the surveillance with Worldly Tutor in this case.
So I'm looking right now at the list of Felix's John, and Nemi made a very interesting comparison between, or had an interesting take on the deck of Mikuláš, who we've seen before. Mm-hmm. She said that is way more Rakdos splashing green than Golgari splashing red.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I think if I'm looking at the list of Felix, we are back to base green. I see a lot of mainly green creatures, and then a couple of black and red interaction spells.
Yeah.
So not many of the red kind of furthering creatures. Hey Nemi.
What up?
What up? You just wanna?
She's back, so
I'm gonna squeeze back in.
I can move a little bit.
Okay, we can do a triple cast for.
So it's gonna be three
Triple
of us.
cast for the finals.
Okay, fun.
Can you give me my water?
Yeah.
Thank
Here you
you.
go. There's still some mate left, or am I out?
Yeah, I think you're out.
Yeah, I think I'm out. Okay, that's fine.
You can have some of my water if you want.
Yes, please. I find it very interesting that Felix is on Questing Druid. I think that's a super interesting card to play. Also, Glissa Sunslayer.
Oh, Glissa, she slays.
Okay,
Yeah.
Suns even.
The problem is Caracas, but that card otherwise is very good.
Yeah, it looks so, I don't know, it looks so innocent, you know. It's 3 mana for a 3/3.
No.
Yeah.
No ETB, but if you face it, you really you need to get rid of it with a removal spell, because
First
otherwise you
Yeah.
can't block it, and every mode of when she hits is just so good.
Yeah, definitely. Good blocker as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we're going into the game.
We are underway. Yeah, all right.
I now understand, Nemi, why you have encroached on my space, because I cannot see a single card from
Exactly.
That's insane.
Welcome to my life.
It's also like the glare is also terrible. I think we're seeing a Dread Fugue.
Yeah, possible
Looks
targets
like
here: Noble Hierarch or Terminate, and I would assume the Noble Hierarch goes. That's
Yeah.
powerful
I mean,
setup
goodbye.
play.
Yeah. That's
Does go hit the bin, and I guess now we're just on land and pass probably from Felix, unless he is able to rip another 1-drop. Would be great to have any type of elf or like a Ragavan. Get another go if and deployed already, but I mean turn 1 surveil land. You can't say no to that.
Can't say no to that. We are far away from John deploying a threat, but so I wonder if what we had thought about last time when John faced the Reanimator, as in like you want to deploy a threat and then just keep on pushing. Last time
Ideally, your threat is also like an Emperor of Bones or something that taxes their yard, but you'll take what you can get.
So Max, how deep do you mulligan as Junt in order to find a hand where you're like, hey, this isn't just a mid-range hand, but also a mid-range hand that is good against Reanimator?
Ooh, him.
That's-
Bold move.
him is actually a spicy card against Reanimator. It's so scary.
Sometimes
but
it helps them.
I mean it's you have to take your chances, right? So
You want to type in that him?
Yes. Him.
Oh, I can pull this over so that we...
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh.
him to Turak. Where is it?
There.
Yeah. Your opponent
Unacceptable
discards
artwork.
2 random cards. And
No,
then-
okay, sure, but I think we need the dogs.
you want the woo?
So thoughts is again, he sees a fable, if I see that correctly.
Yes,
There's too
that
many
is a
artworks in
fable.
this.
And is the other one? Is it endurance, or is it 6?
It's really hard to see. No, that's
Yeah,
6. That's 6.
Okay.
So we see a fable 6 and 2 lands. Do I see that correctly?
Fable 6, that's I think a Blood Crypt, and... I can't identify
the second
that
one.
second card. Oh,
Terminate.
right, that's the Terminate we
That's
knew
the,
about.
that's the sun.
okay.
Sun
Terminate we knew about, yeah.
So,
Taking the 6, alright, so just keeping him off of
Interesting.
pressure and... I
mean,
mean,
the-
letting
the-
him keep the Terminate is interesting.
I guess you don't care about
But
the
I guess-
terminate once the creature hits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
well-
he does have another 3-drop in the Fable. Sorry,
Max.
what were you going to say?
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time when your creature hits the battlefield as a Reanimator player, you are already ahead.
Kind of happy, yeah,
you know,
that's true.
So,
It usually draws you a bunch of cards.
yeah, but I also wouldn't know which one is better, if it's 6 or Fable, and I can definitely understand the choice to take 6 because it creates more value over time.
Sure,
Right.
yeah.
I think-
You're not so much scared of the like okay, so it fixes your draw a bit, and then you get this Fable that gets to create copies, but like if it's just copying a 2/2, that clock is not going to be fast enough for taking down Reanimator.
Yeah, right. I mean, both cards are scary, but 6 over time, I mean, it milds, it
Yeah.
guarantees your land drops, and
Yeah.
it also lets you cast. Okay, it lets you cast permanents from the graveyard.
Yeah,
Permanents
sure.
usually not the most dangerous, but
If you so right now we see John deploying a couple of cards that shrink or dwarf in comparison to the huge
Oh,
things. Oh,
that's Pyroglyph.
Okay, never mind.
that's a very aggressive
I
one,
didn't
yeah.
say anything about being small. But I do think that the threats that Reanimator, of course, can deploy are just so large. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you would get to choose, which one would you entomb for here? Like against John.
Against John, I think this Altisar that we talked about. I think this is
do
this
you
is
think
a key
he's on
card.
Altisar? Is it in the list or? Alright,
Yeah,
we don't have his
I think
list.
I
yet.
think we've seen no as Junt. No, I mean Reanimator.
No,
Sorry.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
We're talking about Reanimator, but
We
I don't
have
think.
the Reanimator list.
Oh right,
Okay.
because it's
Okay, but-
Felix's list, we might be able to.
But last game we saw the Altisaur, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
No.
I think we missed
I
it.
think when Lewin cast his Exhume,
Yeah.
he had the choice between Archon and the Altisaur.
Gotcha.
Oh, he is on
He is on the
Altisaur.
Altar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he's also on Willis, Broker of Blood,
Dude,
which I think is insane.
that one's wild.
But sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think the Altisaur is your card to get back to an even.
Is that a
board
Metamorphosis
state, right?
fanatic? Yeah, it looks like it. And that's
which
that's gonna
he,
gonna get
miracles?
back. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So let's maybe pull up Metamorphosis fanatic. So this one of the new Duskmourn cards that has the
Oh, wow.
beautiful ability to bring back another creature when it enters, and that's a Valgavoth.
Oh, because that was the other
That
card
one's
that
so
we had
evil.
talked about earlier. That you really want against Junt, the flying lifelinker that now has a lifelink counter on it.
Yeah.
That like so now you
That is your favorite thing when a lifelinker has a lifelink counter.
Yeah.
This makes you very happy.
Yes. Right now you as Juntech, you're like, okay, so like we saw in the other game Junt outvaluing Reanimator or keeping up with Reanimator value.
Yeah.
Now with Valgavoth in play, no way.
I mean, possibly also leaving him with the Terminate because he knows if you do want to terminate this Valgavoth, I'm
Have
bringing
fun.
back you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to sacrifice all three of your creatures.
Yeah. So
We're
curious spot for
reading
Felix.
Valgavoth.
We're not. Are we reading Valgavoth?
Felix reading his own dex card. Very interesting.
I mean, but like, so off the rip, Max.
Yeah.
What's the last paragraph on Valgavoth?
That every card that would enter the graveyard is getting exiled instead.
And
Isn't
then
that?
the next one.
I'm actually not sure. So it is a big flying lifelink beater that
The rest
also
of the card is like,
So-
you scoop.
and you have to sacrifice. So the ward cost is you have to sacrifice 3 non-land permanents.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
Very
want
good.
to target it.
Yes.
Correct.
So Felix would have to sacrifice all his creatures
Yeah.
if he wants to get rid of it,
Yeah.
and I think that's his only choice.
Uh-huh.
If he has a 1-drop or 2-drop creature, that would be very good because then
You can keep the
with the-
Fable.
I mean,
exactly he could.
be
Maybe
honest,
maybe also the Pyrogorth because the Pyrogorth is quite big.
I don't think you're trying to get rid of this Valgavoth. I think you're on wait a turn and then Reflection the Pyrogorth, which is going to double trigger because you have
Yeah.
2 Pyrogorths in play.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh,
Oh my
true,
God.
true.
And
You're
so,
right.
very fair. I didn't even see that. What I wanted to say is that Valgavoth, the last line. So you talked about
Oh, yeah.
you can't remove it. It's like a Voidwalker in the sense of it turns graveyards off, but it's also like a Voidwalker because the cards that get exiled with Valgavoth, you can
might play them right. Oh,
by paying life instead of mana.
this card is so absurd.
Yeah. Yeah.
As if Reanimator needed another good fatty.
It's 9 mana. Well, nobody's playing that.
Yeah. Do we want to maybe look at the backside of the reflection since that might come up?
Fable of the Mirror. And
So
then
we have this Fable that got to flip around and show us the wild side of itself, which is it was Kikijiki all along.
it is taking a walk on the wild side.
And so this one you can pay 1 mana, tap it, and it creates a copy of a non-legendary creature that you control with haste, and then that gets sacked at the beginning of the next end step. This Valgavoth is getting in here to go up to 20, but yeah, we might possibly have, from Felix's side, copy the Pyroglyph, which shoots the Metamorphosis Fanatic, and the Pyroglyph, which also shoots again, because that's how Pyroglyph works. Yeah,
Oh, like
we're doing
like-
it right now, so
yeah.
we're gonna kill the Met Fan, and then we're gonna fire at his face, and then attack just with all, and hope that's good enough.
Yeah, but then, like, at what life is Felix, though? At 8?
Is it
It's only a
8,
4.
I think, right? Because
It
if he
is
had
at 8, yeah.
if he were able to get another hit of Valgavoth, he could wait until Levin's end of turn, because then you would have the second Pyrogorth that also endures until your next turn.
Oh my god.
But unfortunately, he doesn't.
He doesn't have the
Doesn't
time.
have that time, yeah. But he's
and-
getting in now for... Is that 10 damage? Yeah, not lethal, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Lewin has 4 mana open, so...
That's really tough for Felix here. Both his Fable taking a walk on the wild side, channeling Lou Reed, and Felix channeling Reed Duke with his Junt deck. Not enough Reed to stand up against that Valgavoth.
Let me tell you though, as a Jund player, the sports state is making me read puke because I see that Valgavoth and it's not making me happy.
No, it's not making you happy.
really not.
It's not making you happy.
It's so absurd that this one creature is able to stand against Felix board state.
Okay, we got some 3 mana
Yeah.
play. A
And
Grist.
yes,
wow.
I mean,
Okay, that's
Okay.
big. We also
Okay.
have the treasure token.
But do we have enough?
It got to
Yeah,
resolve.
yeah.
It resolved.
Wow.
It resolved. We get to sack this
The-
to target that, and then sacrifice the shaman, the treasure, and the
And the
Kiki Jiki.
Grist?
Or the
Oh,
Grist.
so they-
Like,
Because the shaman, he doesn't get
actually, I
Fable.
probably...
I mean, in
You
this
keep the
case, he
pirate
just
card,
gets a
right?
Fable. He just
Yeah.
gets a Fable. That's really good.
I mean,
Wow.
honestly, I might have even kept the reflection around to copy that Pyroglyph again, but
But
yeah,
like,
that
but
was
the Grist.
that was a huge swing.
Because he does get the Grist, and then he can.
But you also, Felix has more
Yeah.
Goyfs in his deck, right?
He does have more voice
So
in his deck.
if you land a Barrogoyf, Nether Goyf, Tarmogoyf, I think
Yeah.
I imagine he has all of these, right?
I'm sure
they,
he's on all of
they
them.
also do.
He might
damage
even be
again.
on Nethergoyf, for fun.
Yeah.
Because,
the
Nether
solo
Goyf is a
Goyf.
fine card.
Yeah.
It's good. So
I think it's a lot better in Grixis, in your Grixis than it is in Jund, because you fill up your yard with types so quickly.
that is true.
Oh, wait,
Wow,
didn't
we
you
have a
play-
scoop from Lewin, I think.
Really?
Wow.
Wow, incredible. So yeah, the reflection copying Pyroglyph
No way.
into then Grist to sack, get rid of the Valgavoth was enough. Incredible.
Damn.
I don't think we saw him coming back from that
No,
spot.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I
not.
didn't imagine this.
And the Terminate stayed uncast.
So I guess good pick on the
Good-
pick on the
Good
tree.
decision
Yeah.
to not discard that one, yeah. Wow, okay,
I
incredible.
also wouldn't. I mean, but he was still on so much life though, right?
He was on like 6 life, and he had nothing in play, and Felix was on...
Levine was on 6 life.
Lewin was on 6
Okay, I
life,
thought he had
because
more.
he started the turn with 20,
Yeah.
then he got Pyroglyphed in the face for 4,
Oh, and then he got.
and then he got attacked for a
Right.
4 Pyroglyph, and 2 damage from
Yeah.
the little goblin,
Yeah.
Treasure Gobble.
Yeah. Fair.
Wow,
Okay.
incredible
I
swing.
also did not see that coming. I thought Valgavoth is a game over card against John. Apparently not.
Reduke
I
does
thought
it
so,
again.
We did channel the 2 reads. It's very not Friesisch mit den ganzen Red.
Oh
No,
my
okay,
God.
okay. I'm
Get
sorry.
out of here. We're kicking you out.
Hey, also, sorry, I do want to say that being on Jin Gitaxias
Yeah.
or Augur is also
That's
hilarious.
also very based. Do you think that Felix put in some like bad cards and gave it to Lewin?
Because yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm also on Volkman Tyrant.
Yeah. Oh right.
Yeah.
Is he on Voltborn?
He's not.
No.
Not
he's
on Voltborn. Wow, that feels
Um,
like an auto include nowadays as well. That's another one we forgot.
Volkman Tyrant is really good against John. Also, I think because it just continues to do stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
What other cards am I not seeing here? I guess I'm also on some weird shit though, Nah, I think
when it comes to the fatties,
Yeah.
he's playing the classic ones. I think Jin Gitaxias is one that you don't see as often anymore,
No.
and I also think it's the weakest one.
It's also
and-
legendary. I think that to me is a big thing right now because you have a legendary list really
Yeah.
filled up.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
usually when you play Reanimator, you want to avoid random legendaries just because of Caracas.
And also persist and the Entomb at Home.
Yeah, that's true.
Unmarked Grave.
Unmarked Grave, right? Entomb at
oops.
Home, that's nice.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I was just editing the players, the win.
Oh yeah,
point.
gotcha.
And I actually think that secretly Metamorphosis Fanatic is one of the
It's so
most broken cards that
It's so
Reanimator
good.
just got in the
Oh,
last.
really?
Dude,
It's crazy.
I saw this is not a Reanimator line, but we saw an incredible line earlier from Jakob on his Abzan Ruinir evening, where he went 6 mana, hard cast, Metamorphosis Fanatic, get back, Charming Prince, Flicker Metamorphosis Fanatic, get back, Novice Inspector.
So, 2 reanimation spells to get a 1/2 that makes a clue. And
He could have gotten a seasoned Dungeoneer, but I was talking to him after
Yeah.
that. He was like too scared of the Arcana Maria hitting him in the air, taking the initiative or something. But it was just very funny to. We were like, oh my god, he's flickering the Metamorphosis and it's getting a Novice Inspector.
As opposed to here, where the Metamorphosis Fanatic gets slightly bigger creatures.
Yeah, just slightly bigger.
Just slightly.
Just 9/9s with flying and. But all of that didn't matter in the face of Reflection Pyroglyph Grist. Jund does it again,
I've
dude.
never seen it before. The Pyroglyph Reflection is insane.
You haven't? Okay, yeah.
No, I haven't.
I've gotten to live that dream.
Okay, must be nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Let me tell you.
Like game-winning combos. So you are a combo player.
I am a combo player. It's just my combos also attack for 4.
That's very funny.
Yeah, but when it comes to Jund, they just basically that's also what Felix said. The deck consists basically of just bangers.
Yeah.
And that's so important if you play against Reanimator, because what is important if you play against combo decks in general, but also against Reanimator, you need to overwhelm them in the board state.
Yeah.
So that also your removal spells then matter, and that you can finish the game quickly. And Jund does this really well. They have 1-drop elf into their 3-drop, and basically all the cards that they rip from the top are just so good.
Yeah.
And this is why it seems like Jund is actually good against Reanimator.
Weirdly a contender, yeah. And we're looking at a turn 1. Wait, why is Felix on the play? Did Felix end up scooping?
No. What?
Sorry. Do you mind confirming that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ask. That it looked like you can set from deep in there.
What?
Lewin's good. I mean, maybe Levin's plan was to discard to hand size.
Yeah, no, we got it wrong. Levin did win that match. He
Wow.
he hit him and killed him. I guess we just
the
missed
Vagabond?
that.
What?
But the Vagavoth was dead. It got gristed.
Okay,
I'm
we
so
obviously
confused.
missed something
What?
very
Okay,
important.
Okay, we're gonna have to rewatch the tape on that one.
Yeah. What did he hit me and killed? He hit and killed me?
I don't know. That's what he said. He said
Okay.
I hit him and killed him. So, yeah. Let the record show. Actually, Jund unplayable.
sucks actually. Yeah.
Bad deck.
Reanimator
Don't play it. Don't
unbeatable.
play it.
But like
Okay,
so
very interesting. I mean, to us it looked like a win, like an absolutely winning position from Felix there.
Yeah.
I don't know what he got attacked with for lethal there, but
Is there a
And there's a
Shallow Grave
There's
in
a
the
Shallow
deck?
Grave, but we didn't. Maybe he just showed him the Shadow Grave and it wasn't on camera
maybe he
coverage.
showed it. Yeah, we didn't see it.
Funny.
All I saw was Felix having that incredible turn and then leaving going scooping up my cards.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious.
Yeah, we might have just missed that on camera there. Wow, that was a roller coaster of emotions for
That
a
was
second. I was high on life.
now it's like
John is doing it.
We were talking about how good Jund is against Reanimator, and now it goes
Trash.
curiously enough, Felix is on Scavenging Ooze and Keen-Eyed Treasure, definitely. But otherwise, there's Clothis and Emperor's Bones as
I
well.
love cloth.
And also
And
Dorothy
Dorothy
Void
Void
and
Walker.
Endurance and Deathrite Shaman and Nile Spellbomb and Graveyard Trespasser.
He's not on Nile Spellbomb.
Not on Nile Spellbomb. Then I guess he's not on Urza Saga because that one it comes staple to that card in John.
Basically, he is not on Urza Saga.
Yeah. But Urza Saga is also not an auto include. You always need to have a kind of package, and
Yeah.
If you don't naturally want this package, then I also don't think that it's worth including Urza.
And also, like, a colorless land for a Jund is really tough.
Yeah.
It's true, but I mean, you often have an elf on that's helping you on mana. I just personally have found that being able to. I'm a big Saga player just because it gets. You usually get something relevant in every matchup, and it's a card that is incredible against control when they're holding up counter magic. And I feel like sometimes it wins games in and of itself, because what is Jund trying to do? It's trying to 2-for-1, and you know what Urza Saga does? It's 3-for-1s.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
I am a big fan of the inclusion of Mosswood Dread Knight, by the way, in Felix's deck.
Dude, Dread Knight, that one's an
Mosswood
auto
Dread
in Jund. Like, if you're not on Mosswood Dread Knight, you should play Mosswood Dread Knight. It's very good.
I think also Mosswood Dread Knight next to Questing Druid is really, really funny to me.
Yeah.
I would always prefer the Questing Druid.
What
Really?
I
Yeah.
Okay.
wow. What I was gonna talk about is without the Jund package, he is on the ring on Felix's deck. So I think something that I always like to have when I'm on the ring is either something to delete it from myself to prevent me from dying, but also just ways of gaining life. And Shadow Spear goes very well with the Urza Saga package, which does help to stymie the bleeding that the ring inflicts. But I'm sure he's probably on broadside to throw it.
He's on broadside to throw it.
Yeah.
He's not on bomb. Any takers on that?
Not on Bob? No, you can't be on Bob if you have like a bunch of 6/4 like look at all these 4-mana cards, all the land cyclers.
And what I also don't like about Bob is it's very bad when you're behind on board. I mean, it's probably less of a Jund problem, because with Jund you're usually ahead on board.
Yeah.
Or if you're behind, you can deal with it anyways.
Yeah. But I don't think it's an auto include anymore. By the way, what did Lewin entomb for? Did we get this? Was it Archon or Traxxas?
I think the Entomb is covering the card that he ended up going for, so I don't think we're able to see that right now. As per usual, we're missing things on camera.
Just talking about theory and not paying attention to the
theory.
game.
Listen, I'm sorry.
And he
I love
even
talking
has a
about
land that exiles.
Eine Gabel aus der ganz linken oben. Oder auf, komm mal in die Mitte, ist da was? Oder
ist like.
Ah, danke, Gabel, Löffel, irgendwas.
Nee, hier sind nur
Sonst gibt's
Messer.
einfach Stäbchen.
Ja, okay. Wie viel brauchst du?
2.
Hier sind sonst nur Messer.
Ach, scheiße. Ich glaube, die müssen noch gewaschen werden. Danke.
Okay, we just had to give some chopsticks.
Yeah, we are in the kitchen. We are continuing to be in the kitchen.
Gave away the baguettes.
We did give away the buckets.
Right. Now that looks like the blue and a black, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 unless you have 5 different card types. Something tainted.
Tainted Indulgence.
Tainted Indulgence, that's the one. Let's pull that one up maybe. Take a quick look at it.
Tainted Indulgence?
Yeah. And Felix attacking with the Restless Cottage, getting to exile the Archon that was probably put there by the Entomb.
Sick.
Wow, okay, now that's a cool line.
Yeah.
Getting a food that does not matter. Restless Cottage, the manland's still coming in for the win, dude.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, you know, where I'm on Urza Saga, he has the slots to play that manland. And that spell is a Dreadfuge, or what was that?
Yeah, that was a Dreadfuge.
Tarmogoyf. Interesting.
Okay, but that doesn't matter too much.
No, not really. I mean, he's probably going to keep hitting in with this Restless Cottage if he has nothing else to do.
Oh, I see. Philip wrote that Lewin res value was off screen and swung for lethal. He cast the reanimation spell off screen.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
So it's not our fault. We can blame the players for
agree.
not performing their actions on camera. So we're gonna have to have the head judge have a stern talking with them. I think a stern scolding. Even.
Stern scolding. I thought we were on repeat.
So in the meantime, we saw a show and tell being cast.
For Grizzlebrand? Or?
Yeah, and the Grizzlebrand is in play.
Gotcha.
Does Felix have any kind of removal spell?
For what specifically?
And he terminates?
We terminate?
He
plays
I mean,
That's
he
a
does
QB.
have a few.
Questing Beast.
Questing
coming
Beast,
in.
okay, but
yeah,
that is not. Okay, I mean, if Phoenix has a lightning bolt or chain lightning.
I think he's jazz hands right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Otherwise, he would have put in something off the show and tell, no? Unless. Yeah, I mean.
I mean, if he just has non-creature spells in hand.
So I mean, he is on Reanimate.
Okay.
And there it is.
All right.
I think that's it for our grand finals.
Did he concede, I guess? He had the QB hit, but then nothing else, and the Grizzlebrand's gonna get to attack.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't beat the Grizzlebrand if he just connects once.
Yeah. Rough way to go. For a second, there was hope for John when we misinterpreted the game state.
Turns out the game state actually nothing great for John.
All right, and Reanimator finishes it with Grizzlebrand. I think
classic.
Very fitting. If we could type that one in for the folks at home, you know.
Grizzle, man, the Grizzle busy, bringing in the Grizzle business.
Bring in the Grizzle business for sure.
No, that is the great artwork.
Yeah, but it's not the one
artwork.
from Innistrad.
Let me.
It's showing the wrong person who won the
No,
game.
I know. We made a mistake. We made a oopsie.
All right.
Beautiful shaking of the hands.
Yeah.
We have a Mana Games Championship Willy Wills Wissen Champion.
Yeah, that's right.
Willy hat es herausgefunden.
Yeah.
And he did find out that actually Reanimator
Busted.
It-
Winner of the
it is.
Savannah is the blue-black deck.
Very, very fitting. But
So-
yeah, Reanimator is such a strong deck, and
Yeah.
it has. My impression is that it has gotten so much better during the last releases that were there. I mean, we've talked about Valgovoth, Metamorphosis Fanatic.
Yeah.
Are super strong. Also with Mystical Tutor, we haven't seen it here, but Mystical Tutor definitely also
That's
supports
true,
this
yeah.
deck.
we did see Mystical Tutor come in. I think sometimes for the different times we've seen.
For an
Reanimator.
Entomb for once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But just Mystical Tutor for Entomb is also just like Mystical Tutor for anything. Mystical Tutor, insane cards for the deck for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And what I think is super interesting is that a lot of decks that are not just purely Reanimator, they play Reanimate and also Animate Dead.
Yeah.
So that's also what I play in Grixis, for example.
Yeah.
Just super strong cards in general,
Yeah.
which in theory should make Reanimator even
Worse, yeah.
worse.
Because you get to
But-
reanimate their threats. Turns
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
I mean, sometimes it happens, but Reanimator players, they know that people play these cards, they know how to play around it.
Yeah, that's
And
true. They're devious
it
little
doesn't.
freaks.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make the deck weaker. And
Despite all the Emperor of Bones, Nile Spellbombs, whatever that people are bringing, Reanimator
Yeah.
just still super good.
Pulling it out.
And well piloted by Lewin.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
especially when you're performing all the moves off camera, then we can't even talk about how amazing they are.
He is hiding his secrets from us.
Should we get that man in for a winner's interview? Do you
Levy?
think?
Second interview.
Alright.
I'll check if he's down
Yeah.
because maybe they just want to decompress and celebrate the dub.
Exactly.
All right. I will let you.
Yeah.
I will let you to it.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for hosting me as
Thanks
well.
for having you. Of course.
It was a lot of fun. So
Always.
next time when I finish ninth again. So
Yeah, let's go. That's perfect.
Totally
Perfect.
up for
Best spot to then also commentate.
yeah. And yeah, thanks a lot for doing the commentary in general. So really
Yeah,
like
for
it.
sure.
It's so cool that we have
And
this event.
then we have the event like covered and like have the games. I'm really happy with it too. Neat. Okay,
All right then.
my brain is.
Enjoy the night.
I try. See ya. Okay, and
Right, we're gonna get a winner's interview.
Cool,
They're just
cool.
taking a picture, I think. And,
Oh, awesome.
and celebrating the moment, stuffing their faces with granola bars
Yeah,
to regain some energy.
uh-huh.
Oh, wie sieht die aus?
Just 22:11.
20 to 11.
No.
Wow, we didn't even get to midnight.
Na, kommst rein?
Machen wir noch schnell ein Foto? Ja.
Ja, safe. Wollen wir Mittagsfoto?
Ich weiß nicht, ob wir Mittagsfoto sollen. We'll be right back.
We check if we get a photo. Okay, maybe it's just a top 8 photo. Bitte. So how do we... I would say, Nemi, kommen wir mal rein, wir machen das fix.
Jetzt schnell? Okay.
Ja, dann machen wir auf. Alright. Lewin.
Dankeschön, meine Lieben.
So, Kollege.
So,
Kaputt gemacht hast du sie.
ja klar.
Zerstörung. So, of course, the winner's interview is going to be in German because...
Damn, why?
No. Congratulations on your win. Thank
Yeah,
you very
yeah,
much. Can you
big
show the
dollars.
price into the camera?
Yeah, that's a
So,
Savannah.
wait, where do I
Or whatever,
show
it
this?
doesn't-
It's, I think it's down here.
Yeah.
That is
Whatever.
Weird camera.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It may also like you have to type something and like your fingers
Yeah,
on
like
it.
it's like this.
Yeah,
Right? What
exactly.
the fuck?
Do you also
That's
like to
actually
say
weird.
a shout out to, I think, was it Max Schwarzmann who made these beautiful
Oh my god, yeah.
cards that
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
got?
And we all got...
We got
I like
alter
where's my-
the lands
Do I have my...
with
yeah, I have
the
my-
Euro symbol
You have the
because
Euro
of course
symbol? I
we're
have the-
playing
I have
European
the-
Highlander.
I have the...
European Union.
European Union Forest.
So basically a Savannah, like equal
Yeah.
value probably.
Basically.
Easy, easy.
so-
it's also land, right?
Yeah.
Levin, how do you feel?
I'm pretty much exhausted because I partied yesterday pretty hard. But actually, I can give this as a tip to everybody. Drink like really hard before you play a big tournament. Sleep like for only 4 to 5 hours. And then, for real, and then you're playing insane.
All right, super tweaked.
It's like
Is the way to win.
I'm doing this at every tournament. Before I play, I drink like really hard the day before. And then I don't know why, but the concentration is so ready. You're like literally in the zone.
Yeah.
You can't concentrate on the other stuff. You are like not
Not able to do
aufgeregt.
anything but like
Aufgeregt.
excite, no, nervös, I guess.
Nervös, yeah.
Nervous.
You can't get anxious or
Yeah,
or
something
get in
like
your head
this.
about something.
Anxious.
So because you like really ripped from the day before. So
So the message is, if you want to win, drink more.
yes,
All right.
yes. Of course.
You heard it here
Of course.
first.
Of course.
That's great.
Yes. Yeah. How do I feel? Yeah, it's nice for me, of course. I mean, I'm playing this deck like a lot. It's actually so nice to play against Felix in the
Yeah.
finals. I mean, it's his
Yeah,
deck.
yeah.
I borrowed this from him, so really nice for me. Yeah, how did the matches went? So the quarterfinal was like pretty easy against Living End. But I guess it's a good matchup for me. I can just discard
Oh,
big
yeah,
fatties
yeah.
and he's gonna reanimate them. Nice.
He's like not interacting with you
Yeah.
at all, right? Unless he has that foil or something.
Yeah, I mean, like the semifinals, they were all like non-blue decks, so they had like not any counters. The only thing they had was like creature interaction.
Sorry, kann ich schon mal Stäbchen haben?
Yeah.
Ja, safe.
Klar.
Sekunde. 2?
Ja, eine reicht auch.
Okay. Here you go.
Dankeschön.
Jojo.
Kind thing. So I try to be proactive and don't keep a greedy hand. That's like only on. I have like one reanimate, one and try to do this. I like kept hand with a lot of cantrips, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you play like 2 to 3 cantrips, you're actually getting really easy reanimation targets and trying to reanimate. So that's the average draw, right? So that was my plan. And I mean, in the finals, game 1, I punted really hard because what I should have done, I played my Thoughtseize, discarding his 6, and then I could have played my Shallow Grave.
Yeah.
I should have done it the other way. So cast first Shadow Grave on my 9/9 guy, then cast Thoughtseize, and then I can cast his Fable for 3 life.
Gotcha.
Right,
Okay,
and that's
yeah.
like big punt, right?
Yeah.
But I got so lucky that I've drawn a reanimation spell from the top. Even like the best one, right? The 4 for life linker.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was even better.
Oh, you miracled that one, or?
Yeah, I miracled it from the
okay,
top.
we missed that. Okay.
Yeah,
I saw it.
Oh, you
I saw it like that. Oh, he just miracled the
Gary
map.
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like then I could attack for 1 turn and then Shallow Grave, so that was like actually pretty easy.
So yeah, what we really thought you scooped.
Yeah, no, I cast Shadow Grave.
So you cast Shallow Grave.
Yes.
Shadow Grave for the win.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were
then
just looking
easily
at the
attack
board
from-
state of like, Wow, did John actually like come back? Felix,
Yeah.
you're
Double
this,
Pyro
like,
Boy?
Nah.
Gris double pyro.
I would have been dead if I wouldn't have Shallow Grave, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But I-
specifically needed a life.
I had it in my hand like the whole game, so that
I
was the
see.
plan.
Easy,
Nice,
dude.
nice,
It's
nice.
easier for you.
Dude, I love of the reanimation spells. I think, of course, Reanimator is like
The
but
best. Yeah.
Shadow Grave is so much fun.
Yeah,
It's very sexy.
It's
It's
like,
like
for example, also with Archon, because you get like an attack trigger. It's the best, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, game 2, my plan was to demonic tutor for show and tell and put it in play. I mean, he had the discard spell, and I guess you don't need demonic tutor if you draw show and tell from the top.
You just rip it.
I mean, skill. I would say like the final, I got lucky 2 times.
No, it's a combination, I believe. Combination of luck, skill, and a lot of drinking.
And a lot of drinking. So,
Yes.
looking at the meta, we've seen a couple of, not that many Reanimator decks.
Mhm.
We've
That's
seen
true,
a couple,
huh?
but
Only
we've
a
seen a lot of the format was just variants of midrange. Where do you see Reanimator in the meta game? And, like, when would you say it's, like, S tier on the verge of like with like on top of the meta with other decks, or is it like the best deck?
Yeah.
With the
So in
format?
my opinion, it's easily tier 0. It's easily the best deck in the
Okay.
format.
Okay.
So you don't have any good decks against you. The only thing you lose against is other decks that are comboing faster than you. And I mean, Storm is not existing in this format for I
There's
don't
no
know how many
reach,
years.
Yeah.
No breach, no whatever.
And there are also like no other fast decks. The only thing you die to sometimes if they kill you faster, of course. So for example, I lost against Leon. He like cycled Troll turn 1 and then
Right,
reanimated turn 2 and attacked me from 3 turns.
Oh, good.
Okay, I guess you on the Reanimator plan now. And that's like how you lose. But otherwise, you don't have any bad matchups. So you probably in every matchup you're favored. And you have like some really easy matchups. For example, Mono Red. We talked about this earlier.
that's very last time we saw you.
And I guess you don't mind the mystical unban.
Oh, it's great, nice.
Do you think so? If we're looking at Reanimator as tier 0, what card would hit Reanimator and Reanimator only?
Oh, like if
mean-
you ban the card, you mean?
Hard to say.
Because like every deck plays. There's so many good reanimate targets now.
Yeah,
And
I
like-
think you have to actually ban reanimate targets.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Targets.
Yes,
Wow. Okay.
because like for example,
I'm here to hang out.
Okay. We got head judge Anna in the
nice.
building.
if you ban Archon,
Yeah.
the deck is like half as strong. If you ban
Okay.
Atraxa,
Okay.
the deck is half as strong.
Yeah. Okay.
So my suggestion, if you want to ban something,
To just hit-
ban
to just
ban
hit
the reanimator targets.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, interesting take. Because I understand, like, all the other stuff is really replaceable.
Just like get rid of
Um,
Atraxa or.
But for example, or of Archon. I
Or
mean,
of
Archon
Archon.
is like so kind. It's like the only card, non-legendary creature. When
Yeah.
it enters, it has instantly impact. You
Yeah.
like can't do anything against it. So
We do have Anna here just to steal snacks.
Yes.
Whoa, snacks.
That's a very interesting take. So, thank you
don't
for joining
worry.
us. Good job again.
Yeah,
And
doing-
congratulations
Mm.
on winning this. Sorry, let me just hit the
Don't
mic.
worry.
Japon.
Let's pop the
Um,
filter. That's what it's there for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so are you gonna celebrate tonight again?
No, I have to. I have a table tennis game tomorrow, so I
see.
can't come
Gotcha.
today.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Gotta win at the Pong.
Wait,
Yes,
but-
correct.
So you have another tournament tomorrow. Aren't you then supposed to go drink now?
Nah, not in
Oh.
table tennis.
Not in table tennis.
Not in
that's
table
not-
tennis.
Only in head games you have to.
Nah,
just
then you're
play.
not fast enough on the reacting. So,
Yeah,
but yeah.
This is not a reaction game.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
All right.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, let's
Thank
send
you so
out,
much.
And then we'll take it home, I think.
Yeah, we'll take it home. So, Anna, wait, Anna, come in.
Anna,
Come in.
can we get the head judge in here?
Yo.
Just to end the stream together
Yeah.
because we are dead.
Yeah. So am I. Hello.
Oh, I'm so alive, dude.
You're so.
I
This
could
is
go for
peak.
another like 10 hours.
This is peak Nemi
This is
hours.
the time
Nemi's
that I
just
wake up.
starting.
Yeah.
Right. So you want to go to About Blank?
How about no?
No, there's no tourney tomorrow. Right?
There's no God damn it!
Yeah.
You didn't hear Lewin gave us the great suggestion
Yeah.
that actually if we want to win,
Yeah.
we need to go drinking and partying before the tournament.
Yeah. Works
Oh,
for
that's
him
what he
every
did
time.
yesterday.
That's what he did yesterday. And
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the Ergebnisse
You
sprechen
can't
für sich
argue
selber.
with results.
Thank you, exactly. So,
We're the people are tired. The
Yeah.
people have had a long day, but the people have had a great fucking day.
oh, fuck yeah.
Let's,
The people,
you know,
including us too.
the people
we
including
had
us,
a great
we've
fucking
had
day.
a riot. Okay,
Yeah.
we had 6 rounds of Swiss. We had great ramen for lunch.
Yes.
We had an amazing top 8 where we got to see just a wide variety of decks. I think succeed. Able to see different kind of mid-range decks pilot to success. We've had multiple Reanimator wins. We saw Red Deck. We saw Abzan, Ruin Your
Rooney
Evening.
Evening, we
got
saw
to see
Artifact
Artifact
Combo
Combo go
doing
for insane
nuts.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we had a great representation of
the
what
format.
European Highlander is and why we love it so much.
And also, I think that this tournament did something that I didn't expect it to do, which is bring people from all over the place together. Like seeing
All over
people
the world. Antarctica.
all over the world.
Yeah, Finland, Antarctica, same thing, right? Equally distant from
Basically.
here.
Seeing them all come here to play European Highlander together is just really nice. And connecting also with Tomasz,
Yeah.
our 4th place or 3rd place. I think it's just really cool.
From
that-
Brno.
From Brno. And I'm really curious to continue that cooperation.
Hell
Seeing Europe as like one entity and not just like Germany scene and that scene and that scene. I think that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to connecting more. So that was a beautiful thing that happened at this tournament too. I think I want to shout out for sure Willy again for organizing this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Super dope. He just came to the scene and was like, you know what, we haven't done a tournament.
In a while, yeah. Hell yeah.
Actually,
Ciao, ciao.
shall
Oh
we?
my God,
Shall
Bye. Take care. Enjoy the 2nd place.
we? Yeah, right. We didn't.
Well, his deck won, so.
Whatever.
No,
Whatever.
technically one.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Ciao, Dom.
See you, Dom. Alright, we're closing down.
We're closing down
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
We're closing down too.
Thank
any
you
other
so much
shoutouts?
for chat. If you hung out.
Oh my
if
God,
you
yes.
Enjoyed the games. If you're watching this later on YouTube or someplace, thank you so much for watching and
For sticking around.
giving us a platform to
Yes.
yap about this
my
little
God.
niche format that we enjoy so much.
So it turns out, like, yes, we have been yapping a lot today, and my brain is fried. But I could also continue to yap about this format for another.
Hell
I need to
yes.
talk with Jakob about
Ruin your evening.
Ruin Your Evening, but also more artifact combo, because he talked also about like artifact combo as like if you want to go prison, if you want to see, it never ends.
It's
Yes.
the biggest
Never
tournament,
ends.
yeah.
Our stream of consciousness never ends, and so we're very glad that you all were there to enjoy that with
Yeah.
us.
Willy, Anna, Mana Games, all the players,
All the
that came
players.
from
Yes.
far away,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
you guys
For
and,
watching.
yeah.
And then
Thank you guys for.
one big thing also, this is kind of the Startschuss.
don't-
Sorry,
we
no,
don't.
no, no. This is the start for Animate Bread.
That's
Which
true.
is Nemi, Anna, and me. Let's
Hello.
see where this is going to go. But this is our first thing that we've done together,
That's
and
true,
not our last.
More bread will be animated.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
So
With
Anna, sorry, you were
better
you were saying
production
something?
quality next time.
Let's see about that. Let's see about
We're
that.
not hanging out in like a closet.
No, they don't need to see behind the scenes. It's all, rainbows and unicorns
Yes.
back here. What I was going to say is also shout out to the production team, yet again, but on their stream. Good job for talking for so long, because I couldn't do it. And someone
we'll
has
train
to
you.
keep the masses entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll train you.
I think as a judge, it's time for me to tell you that it's time to go home.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, did you call turns actually? I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Turns plus.
Yeah.
Alright, Gerion, you
How do
know
you
where
do
the
it?
off button
I know where the off button is, so we go.
I don't understand how your weird setup works.
We click this button.
And-
So who wants to do the honors or to end the stream?
Alright, let's just do like 3, 2, 1 and then
Animate
Yeah,
bread.
okay.
You doing
anime bread.
Yeah.
3, 2,
2,
1.
Animate bread.